Hi guys, I'm Om Santosh today and I'm studying industrial design in RMIT University. So in industrial design I have taken a subject called as interactive systems design, and for interactive systems design we are asked to do a project which involves gesture controls. So for this project I have decided on making a virtual cockpit simulation on MaxMSP. And a virtual cockpit is basically a digital display which displays a ton of information on a car's instrument panel and various different functions of it as well. So for example, certain things like what music is being played, or any particular track, or changing the track, or increasing the volume or decreasing the volume, picking up the calls, rejecting the calls, etc., can be done at the same time on the instrument cluster as having a look at the speed which the car is going at. So for this, I've used two softwares, and those are Face OSC and Vecinator. So Face OSC is basically the software which is used for tracking our facial gestures. So for example, as you can see, there has been a mask formed here over my face, and that mask is basically right now tracking all the movements of my various different facial features. For example, eyebrows, eyes, mouth, chin, nostrils, etc., and it is sending those inputs to the max patcher. So this is basically it. So the Face OSC is what tracks the face of a human being while doing the certain gestures. And a Vecinator is an application which is used for machine learning. And in machine learning, basically what Vecinator does is to record all the gestures which I have done on Face OSC, and train the computer with those gestures in order to perform a certain outputs whenever I do a particular gesture. So for example, if I do a surprised face like this, with my eyes and eyebrows going up and my mouth wide open, it would recognize that particular facial gesture and do the job which has been assigned to it. So now let's quickly minimize both of these windows here, and I will go take you through the MaxMSP patch which I have made for this project. So it's basically this portion here is what gives me an information on my face tracking. So it tracks my face and displays the information here, and it then this information is then sent to the MaxMSP patcher. So the Face OSC is right now tracking the information and is sending it to this patcher here. And whenever I do a certain gestures, as you can see, there is a green LED blinking right now here. So it's basically the left indicator, and the one beside it is the right indicator, and the hazard lights. So the third one is the hazard lights here. So whenever this hazard light gets triggered, it triggers both of these LEDs to simultaneously flicker. And there is a horn as well with a display screen which lets us take lets us accept the calls or reject the calls. And this is the display which would ideally go in the instrument panel of a car. And for doing the simulation to be quite accurate to the actual car, I have made it in a way that I can increase and decrease the speed on the speedometer as well. It's just an Easter egg. So basically the main function is basically to trigger the indicator lights, horn, and accept or reject the call in my particular patcher. So yeah, now I will show you how it works. So basically now I have started my face OSC and my Vecinator. So as we can see, there's a green LED here in the Vecinator window, and this symbolizes that my inputs are getting inside the computer and not being interrupted by anything else. So once the LED here turns green, it means that my computer is receiving all the information I am passing it through the face OSC and working on it. So now that I have trained all my facial gestures, I will quickly demonstrate how it works, and I will quickly show you uh, it working on my Max Patcher. So right now there is an LED triggered. Let us just switch it off, and okay, alright. So now I'll run it, and you just have to observe me doing certain gestures and getting a certain result. So let's see how it works. This is how my gesture control system works. So to summarize, it works on face OSC and Vecinator, and it uses my gestures to get inputs and then gives me outputs, that is performs whatever tasks I have assigned it to perform.